there's a few different things, like going back to fad diets, that are gonna kind of tip you off and cue you um, when you look at them and go, hey, maybe that's not going to work for me, or maybe I should just stay away from that completely. Clues that a weight loss program are not going to be taking a healthy approach, because a lot of these are, not a lot, but some of these are going to be unhealthy weight loss programs. They're not going to be good for your general health, because there is a healthy way to lose weight and there's an unhealthy way to lose weight. Some of them promote that, some of them do not. But things you want to look for, or and try and avoid, is anything that's going to promise a rapid weight loss. So that's going to be more than 2 pounds a week, because like the healthy weight loss rate is going to be that 1 to 2 pounds a week. If you're losing any more than that, unless you are doing something like specific, there are specific things that will let you lose more weight than that. But if a program is advertising, hey, you can lose even more than 2 pounds a week, then probably you want to stay away from that, because that is an unhealthy
the only
rate of weight.
caveat with that is people who are very obese.
Yeah.
Simply because they will lose. And I guess when we say 1 to 2 pounds of a week, we also have to consider that's not just simply body fat or tissue. That's also water, and other waste products in the body. So for individuals who are very obese, it's not uncommon for them to lose initially maybe like 4 or 5 pounds a week, and then it kind of stabilizes off.
Yeah.
If you're doing a 12-week diet and you're losing 3 pounds a week, you were probably way too aggressive in your methods, and you were definitely running the risk of losing like skeletal muscle tissue or just other general negative health effects.
Right. Anything that's going to promote a diet that's going to be extremely low in calories. So when we talk about extremely low, I would say that's anything less than 1,200 calories a day. Obviously, it's going to vary because everyone has their own caloric needs, but typically anything under 1,200 calories a day is going to be in that iffy area, especially if you are continuously doing that. Like if that's just something to kickstart the process, fine. But if that's the program is under 1,200, even under 1,000 calories a day, then there's probably going to be an issue there. Anything that's going to make you dependent on their products, because there are a lot of weight loss programs and a lot of fad diets out there that are going to try and sell you on this product and this product, and this is our own pill that we've come up with that's going to help increase your rate of fat loss. Stay away from anything that tries to sell you stuff, like specific products. Obviously, they are selling you a program. You can buy into their program, but if they're trying to sell you actual things, just stay away from that. Anything that doesn't encourage regular physical activity in conjunction with healthy eating, because losing weight is not just changing your diet, it's also exercising. You can lose still some weight just by changing how you eat, but if you really want to get on that weight loss journey, you have to exercise too. The two work together. You can't have one without the other. And anything that says you don't need exercise to be able to lose weight on this program is going to be a major red flag. Another red flag: any program that does not employ counselors trained in nutrition. So that can be a nutritionist, a dietitian, anybody who actually has nutrition training, as opposed to David and I were talking about this before the show, like a sales associate, basically somebody who's just there to sell you on things. They're not actually trained in nutrition, but they are there to sell you on the nutrition programs.
When it comes to the terminology, anybody can claim to be a nutritionist.
That too.
It's not a certified profession or there's no regulatory board. However, to be a dietitian, you do require, a certain degree of education. I don't believe it's a PhD, but I do believe it's a master's. That's what you need in order to, at least in Canada, to be registered with Dietitians of Canada.
Basically, anybody who, same with fitness, you don't want to be taking fitness advice from somebody who's not at least a personal trainer, just like you wouldn't want to be taking nutrition advice from somebody who's not qualified in nutrition. So stay away from those types of people. Any programs that promote an unsafe or an unproven weight loss remedies, such as supplements, fat burners, any kind of weight loss product, and for the most part those are all unproven. There are some that are better than others, but a lot of them, your mileage may vary, and there's a bunch of different studies or no studies at all to talk about the efficacy of these products. So just kind of be wary if they are trying to sell you on, look at these fat burners, look at this fat burning tea that we're going to try and sell you. Lastly, anything that provides nutrition advice not backed up by scientific evidence, you will want to stay away from, because just as anything regarding your body, science first. Anything that's just kind of like a pseudoscience, or if you meditate 3 times a week, you'll lose weight, something like that. Like, you want to stay we want to stay away from anything that's not purely scientific based, because your body, especially when it comes to nutrition and weight loss and stuff like that, it's not really something you want to play around with. It's something you want to do right, and you want to follow the science, you want to follow the studies and the people who have put in the work to try and figure out the most effective way of doing these things.